Well, this morning, America will pause to remember one of the darkest days in our history and how we continue to overcome the tragedy of the 9/11 terror attacks.
22 years ago, the nation watched as the Twin Towers of New York's World Trade fell following the fiery crash of two hijacked airliners into the iconic skyscrapers. The national shock continued near Washington, D.C. when a third jet crashed into the Pentagon, while a fourth plane destined for the U.S. Capitol saw a group of heroic passengers battle the terrorists for control of the aircraft and crashed it into a remote field in Pennsylvania.
It's a day that changed our lives forever. We remember the victims and heroes of that day with fondness and an amplified sense of togetherness and patriotism, even 2 decades after those attacks.
The president is honoring this anniversary by meeting with service members at a military base in Alaska following his trip to the G20 meeting in India. Also, the vice president, she will spend the day at the National Memorial in New York City, and the First Lady will lay a memorial wreath at the Pentagon.
National correspondent Will Denslow joins us near the 9/11 memorial in downtown Manhattan. Will, walk our viewers through what events are taking place in New York today and the overall feeling. It's very heavy.
It certainly is. And as you can probably see just behind me, there's a line of police vehicles outside the memorial, the memorial fountain, where, of course, families of those that lost their lives will be gathering, and once again we'll be reading out the names of those that died. As you rightly mentioned, the Vice President, Kamala Harris, as well as the Second Gentleman will be here in attendance in New York. And of course, this is an annual memorial that is always an incredibly solemn time in New York, considering the vast majority of the nearly 3,000 people that lost their lives on 9/11 lost them right here in Lower Manhattan. Of course, the pain continues very much to be felt today, and the loss of life continues to grow as well. It's estimated that over 300 first responders, 300 firefighters lost their lives on 9/11 22 years ago. It's estimated that more than 300 first responders have died since from diseases linked to the fumes breathed in that day. Just a few days ago, the New York Fire Department listed another 43 names on a memorial wall paying tribute to those that have recently lost their lives linked to diseases caused by what happened 22 years ago.
And it's kind of a grim detail, but also telling of the savage nature of that day. Officials just identified 2 more victims from the attacks. Again, just identified. What do we know about that?
Absolutely. It's incredibly tragic that this kind of information continues to come out so long after what transpired. And of course, it was an event that very much shaped the world. And what we continue to see is just this outpouring of grief. And I've been speaking in recent days to several of survivors, either those that were in the buildings, in the Twin Towers, that once stood behind me and managed to escape, or those that normally were working in the building but weren't working that day, just talking about how they process this kind of grief. Some saying they're still angry, still looking for answers as it comes to the perpetrators and those alleged Saudi links. Of course, we just had recently, a couple of years ago, the Biden administration released documents linking the terrorists to Saudi nationals. So there's still plenty of unanswered questions in the minds of some of those that survived those horrific attacks.
Correspondent Will Denslow from New York, thank you.